Autism. Do I have it? Do you have it? Does anybody really have it, or are they faking? I'm just kidding. That's very insensitive. Autism is a real thing, and apparently it's a spectrum, you know? So some of us have a touch of the tism, and some people have more than others. But guess what? There's an online test to figure out how much tism you got, and I'm gonna take the test today. We did a personality test, an IQ test, and now we're gonna be taking the RADS-R autism test to see where I fall on that spectrum. I think there could be a chance I'm just slightly on it, maybe a little bit, but we're gonna find out for sure today. And if you find this insensitive, I don't care. Leave a dislike and go away. If you do like this, leave a like and leave some comments down below if you've taken the test and what your score was. All right, allow us to begin. This is a lot of questions, but we're gonna be pretty quick, I would say. I am a sympathetic person. True now and when I was young. True only now. True only when I was younger than 16. Never true. I don't know. I mean, I'm fairly sympathetic, but I'm also not like a total simp. I don't think that's where simp comes from, but like, I don't know. I have to care about you as a person to feel sympathetic towards you. I can sympathize with situations, but ultimately if it's a random person or like someone I don't feel is a good person, there's not much sympathy for me. I'm gonna go ahead and say true now and when I was young though. I often use words and phrases from movies and television in conversations. I mean, everybody quotes movies and TV shows. Everybody does that, but I'm not gonna say, oh, it says I often. No, I'm gonna say never true. Only when I'm around someone I know will get the reference and like it's relevant to whatever we're talking about, but I don't know. Nobody wants to be that guy. You don't want to be around the guy who literally just nonstop spouts off movie and TV quotes. Then it's like, you know what that, you know that? You get it? You know what that's from? Shut up. Anyway, I don't really like the way this test is phrased already. Every question you answer is true now and when I was young, true only now, or true when I was younger. I don't get that. That's stupid. Anyway, number 3, I'm often surprised when others tell me I have been rude. I would say probably never true. I don't know. I know when I'm being rude. I should probably be rude less than I am, but I'm aware that I'm being rude. Usually it's not something I can really control though. It's like I'm being an emotional little bitch who can't handle his emotions like an adult. I'm gonna say never true. Sometimes I talk too loudly or too softly and I am not aware of it. I'll say true now and when I was young. I often don't know how to act in social, I don't know how to act. No, I would say never true. I can put myself in other people's shoes. I would say yes, I can definitely do that. True now and when I was younger. I have a hard time figuring out what some phrases mean, like you're the apple of my eye. No, I understand what they are. I don't get where they come from. So if someone says you are the apple of my eye, I know what that means. It means like you are only one, you are very important to me. You are the only thing that I care about or something like that, or you're beautiful to me. Some sort of, maybe I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna say I do. I only talk to people who share my special interests. I would say generally, yeah. If we don't have anything in common, then what are we talking about? Obviously we can, we can make small talk and have a nice little conversation, whatever, and I don't mean any harm, but at the end of the day, I don't like small talk. If you're not interested in anything that I do and I'm not interested in anything you do, we're just not compatible. Let's not waste each other's time. I'm gonna go ahead and say true. I focus on details rather than the overall idea. I'll say that that's true. Sometimes I can get bogged down by the details and not able to do the overall idea. I'm trying to be better about that, but I'll say it's true. I always notice how food feels in my mouth. This is more important to me than how it tastes. Man, this might be only true when I was younger. Maybe I'll say it's only true when I was younger. I'm gonna go ahead and say that, but I do care about the texture of food. Obviously, that's a part of the experience of food, but overall, I'm not like, that's not the most important thing to me. But maybe when I was a kid, that might have been more important. I don't know. Like, there's only a couple textures that I don't like avocado. I don't think it tastes very good, and I don't like the texture. It's very like, it's like creamy, but then it like lingers around. I don't know how to explain it. I don't like it. I miss my best friends or family when we were apart for a long time. I'm gonna go ahead and say true now and when I was young. Absolutely. Sometimes I offend others by saying what I'm thinking, even when I don't mean to. Probably when I was young. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. These questions are really hard to answer. I only like to think and talk about a few things that interest me. No, I'm gonna say never true. I could talk about more than just what, I mean, I know that kind of goes hand in hand with the other sentence up there, but it says about a few things that interest me. I have many things that interest me, a very broad spectrum, and I can talk about the gray areas of those spectrums. But if it's literally something where you don't have any interest in anything I'm interested in, okay, you get it. I'd rather go out to eat in a restaurant by myself than with someone I know. That is never true. No way. Not that I wouldn't go out to a restaurant by myself. I have done that, and I'm not against doing that, but it's not, I wouldn't rather do that. I'd always rather go with some people. I'm a more the merrier kind of guy. I cannot imagine what it'd be like to be someone else. I can and I can't. I can definitely put myself in someone's shoes, but ultimately some people function so differently from me that I can't really understand what it would be like. So I'm gonna say yes. I don't know. I don't know. I have autism. I have been told that I am clumsy or uncoordinated. I don't know. I can be clumsy at times, but overall I don't think I'm coordinated. Like I can play the drums. I'm fairly athletic. I know I don't exactly look like it, but like you hand me a basketball and I can dribble the ball around. I can shoot pretty well. I can pass. I can play basketball. Like I'm coordinated. I'm gonna say never true. I've never really been told I was uncoordinated. Others consider me odd or different. I would say maybe. I'm definitely like, I don't know, kind of the class clown, kind of odd man out sometimes. I would say mostly when I was younger. When I was in like middle school and high school, clearly I was viewed differently than other people. I wasn't like bullied. I wasn't like an outcast completely, but I was always like odd man out of the group. I don't know how to explain it. I understand when friends need to be comforted. I do, but I'm terrible at it. I'm so bad at it, even with Kelly, and I feel so bad, but it's not one of my strengths. I don't know how to comfort people when they're upset. I really don't. I don't feel like there's anything I can do. What am I supposed to do? Go rub your back and tell you it's okay? It's probably not okay, so that doesn't help. Rubbing your back is fun, but it doesn't fix any problems. If I can't fix your problem, I don't know how to comfort you, but I do understand when people need to be comforted. I am very sensitive to the way my clothes feel when I touch them. How they feel is more important to me than how they look. I would say yeah. I would say in terms of how they fit, not necessarily. Actually, yes, I would say definitely. Even if it's like a weird fabric, I'm not super particular about it, but like the clothes has to fit. I hate when it's tight in weird places or like loose and I don't know. Something could quote fit and look good, but if I don't feel comfortable in it, then I don't feel like I look good. Anyway, I like to copy the way certain people speak and act. It helps me appear more normal. No. I do pick up mannerisms from other people, and like things that people do that I find funny or interesting. I'll think everybody kind of picks up and copies some of that sometimes. I definitely don't do it to appear more normal. If anything, I do it to appear more different. It can be very intimidating for me to talk to more than one person at the same time. Nah. I have to act normal to please other people and make them like me. No. I'm very, like, if I'm in a social setting where I don't know someone, then yeah, I'll act normal to make sure they don't, they're not super, but once I get comfortable with you and I kind of understand your vibe, I don't act normal to please people. Meeting new people is usually easy for me. Sure. I think so. It's not that I go out of my way to do it or I'm particularly incredibly good at it, but it's not generally hard for me. Not something I struggle with. I get highly confused when someone interrupts me when I am talking about something I am very interested in. Yeah, I mean, I don't want someone to interrupt me, but I don't know. I guess I don't. Dude, some of these questions, I don't get them, bro. It is difficult for me to understand how other people are feeling when we are talking. Very false. I'm very good at reading body language, facial expressions, just people's overall vibe. I can tell exactly how you feel usually about what I'm saying or what we're talking about or how things are going. I like having a conversation with several people, for instance, around a dinner table at school or work. Very true. Love that. Really like talking to a lot of people. It's fun because then it takes less pressure off me. I don't have to do the whole, like, I'm better at those kind of conversations than one-on-one conversations. I take things too literally, so I often miss what people are trying to say. Never true. Never true. I'm very good at picking up sarcasm, jokes. What I do. It's very difficult for me to understand when someone is embarrassed or jealous. Never true. Again, I'm very good at reading people. I can understand why someone would be embarrassed or jealous in certain situations. Some ordinary textures that do not bother others feel very offensive when they touch my skin. I don't think so. Maybe a little bit. See, I don't like that it's like it's either true or not. I don't get that. There's times I'm trying to even think of an example of this. I don't know. Maybe a little bit. I'm just gonna say never true, dude. I don't know. I get extremely upset when the way I like to do things is suddenly changed. Yes, I do not like that. I have my method. I don't like when people mess with my shit. I've never wanted or needed to have what other people call an intimate relationship. Never true, I would say, or maybe true only when I was younger. Didn't really feel that need when I was younger, but I mean, everybody kind of wants that, right? I'm gonna say never true. It is difficult for me to start and stop a conversation. I need to keep going until I am finished. What? Never true, I guess. I don't know. I speak with a normal rhythm. I would say so. I don't have some sort of, I don't talk like Forrest Gump out here. Life is like a box of chocolates. The same sound, color, or texture can suddenly change from very sensitive to very dull. Never true. I don't get some of these, dude, which probably is a good thing. It probably means I'm not tism, I'm not super tismy. The phrase, I've got you under my skin, makes me uncomfortable. I mean, yeah, that's not a great phrase, but what are these questions, bro? Got you under my skin. I don't even know what that expression means. It makes me uncomfortable. Sure. Sometimes the sound of a word or a high-pitched noise can be painful to my ears. Yeah, obviously it can. I'm not saying it's like every time someone talks in a high-pitched voice, but I'm an understanding type of person. Yeah, I guess. Yes and no. I can be understanding of how people feel, and again, I'm very good at reading people and like noticing how they feel, but I guess I'm not understanding in the sense that sometimes people feel certain ways about things and I can't comprehend why they feel that way, because I would never feel that way. I'm an understanding type of person. I'm gonna say, dude, I don't know. I'm gonna say only now, I guess. I don't know, dude. I do not connect with characters in movies and cannot feel what they feel. That's not true. I cannot tell when someone is flirting with me. I'll say true only when I was younger. I don't know. I feel like everyone says this though. Like if you look back on like times in like high school and stuff, or like maybe even college, interactions you had with, you know, members of the opposite sex or members of the same sex, whoever it may be, that, you know, you realize now you're like, oh, that person was definitely flirting with me. But for whatever reason, I told myself that that like wasn't possible, or that that's not what was happening, or I was too nervous, or I was awkward. Yeah. There's definitely, yeah, I'll say mostly when I was younger. I can see in my mind in exact detail things that I am interested in. Yes. Very true. I keep a list of things that interest me even when they have no practical use. For example, sports statistics, train schedules, calendar dates, historical fact and dates. No. When I feel overwhelmed by my senses, I have to isolate myself to shut them down. Yeah, for sure. Definitely helps. It's not that I have to, but it definitely helps. And it's nice to get out by myself to get through that. I like to talk things over with my friends. Nah. I'm very good at handling my stuff on my own. It's nice sometimes to talk things over with my friends, but ultimately, especially now that I understand who I am so well and how I function, that like no one's gonna know better of what I should do than me. You know, they're like, yeah, I can talk to my friends, but they're ultimately like, I'm not really going to take much of what they say to heart, because I feel like I know myself as, you know, better than anyone. I cannot tell if someone is interested or bored with what I am saying. That's not true. It's, again, I'm very good at reading people's face. It can be very hard to read someone's face, hand, and body movements when they are talking. Again, never true. That is like probably my best skill. Maybe I'm lying to myself, but I truly believe so. The same thing, like clothes or temperatures, can feel very different to me at different times. Nah, clothes is clothes. 72 degrees is 72 degrees. I feel very comfortable with dating or being in social situations with others. I would say, yeah, true. Obviously, like it can be uncomfortable if there's like awkward tension, or you're nervous, or you and the other person have nothing in common. And yeah, that's not comfortable. But if you're vibing with the person, then yeah, I'm super comfortable. I try to be as helpful as I can when other people tell me their personal problems. I would say yeah. I'm not great at it, but like, again, because I feel like I'm very good at reading people and understanding them, that I feel I can offer a helpful perspective at times. The only time I struggle with that is when my perspective is telling them a flaw in themselves or something I think they should change or be better at or fix. And that can be hard, right? It's never fun to tell someone like they suck at something, or they should be better, or they should change something. That's hard to do, right? But overall, you know, if it's helpful, I like to try to be helpful. I've been told that I have an unusual voice. No, I've never been told it's unusual, but I know my voice is kind of childish and high pitched, to be honest. Sometimes a thought or a subject gets stuck in my mind and I have to talk about it even if no one is interested. No, I don't have to talk to someone about it, but it definitely happens where thoughts and objects, like subjects, get stuck in my mind. I don't have to go blab about it. I can internalize it, just watch some YouTube videos, you know? I do certain things with my hands over and over again, like flapping, twirling sticks or strings, waving things by my eyes. I'm very fidgety, but I don't know. I'm gonna say true, I guess. I don't know. I do stuff like this, and I like rub my ears. I don't know. I do some weird shit sometimes. I might be a little tismed out. I've never been interested in what most of the people I know consider interesting. No, I mean, there are definitely times where I'm not interested in what people are interested in, but you know, most of the time the people that I know, we share interests, right? So I don't know. I am considered a compassionate type of person. I would probably say no. Realistically, probably not. I'll say never true, I guess. I'll say never true. Maybe true now. I don't know. I'm trying to be better at it. I guess I'll say never true. I'm not really a super compassionate type of guy. You know, that's something I should improve on. I'm trying to be better at. Hey, why aren't you subscribed? It's free. You're coming back for the videos anyway. Click subscribe. Like the video as well while you're at it. Okay, back into the video. I get along with other people by following a set of specific rules that help me look normal. Never true. I get along with social situations where it's not appropriate to be my dumbass self, but once in situations where I should be polite and be normal for the sake of not bugging people around me, never true. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't get along with people specifically by following rules. I'm more, I just do it when I need to. It is very difficult for me to work and function in groups. Never true. When I am talking to someone, it is hard to change the subject. If the other person does so, I can get very upset and confused. No. I mean, again, like, this is dumb. Sometimes I have to. Obviously, yeah, I have to if the sound is insanely fucking loud, I'll cover my ears. But that's because I'm 31 years old and I want my ears to work as long as possible. It's not because I have autism. I'm gonna say never true. I can chat and make small talk with people. Yes, but I don't like it. generally. Small talk sucks, but I can do it, and I will do it when I need to. Sometimes things that should feel painful are not. For instance, when I hurt myself or burn my hand on the stove. That is not true. That shit hurts. The hell is you talking about, bro? When I be hurting myself, that shit be hurting. When talking to someone, I have a hard time telling when it is my turn to talk or to listen. Not true. Fairly obvious. I understand social cues and can read people's face and understand how conversations work. I'm considered a loner by those who know me best. Probably not. I'm very good on my own, and I like to be alone, and I think I thrive in some instances on my own, but ultimately I like being around people. I usually speak in a normal tone. Sure, I guess. I like things to be exactly the same day after day, and even small changes in my routines upset me. I guess I'll say true. Sure. I don't like my shit being out of whack. You know, I don't like other things to inconvenience me and get me out of my flow. You know, I like my flow, but I don't have a super strict daily day-to-day schedule, so it's okay if some spontaneous stuff pops up, but whatever. We're gonna say true. How to make friends and socialize is a mystery to me. Not true. It calms me to spin around or to rock in a chair when I'm feeling stressed. I don't think so. Phrase, he wears his heart on his sleeve, does not make sense to me. Not true. If I am in a place where there are many smells, textures to feel, noises or bright lights, I feel anxious or frightened. Nah. I can tell when someone says one thing but means something else. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Again, that harkens back to I feel like I can read people very, very well. I can sense the bullshit. I can sniff it out. I like to be myself as much as I can. True. I keep my thoughts stacked in my memory like they are on filing cards, and I pick out the ones I need by looking through the stack and finding the right one. Do I do that? I'm trying to think of an instance. I mean, kind of, but I don't, you know, obviously I don't literally visual a filing cabinet, but kind of. I would say kind of, actually. I might have autism brain a little bit. Same sound sometimes seems very loud or very soft. I don't get that. I enjoy spending time eating and talking with my family and friends. Yes. I can't tolerate things I dislike. I can tolerate them. I don't like it, but I can. I don't like to be hugged or held. Nah. You know, I like a good hug every now and then. You know, I'm not like, I don't need it constantly. When I go somewhere, I have to follow a familiar route or I can get very confused and upset. Bro, what? Yeah, I guess. I don't know, dude. It is difficult to figure out what other people expect of me. That's not true. I like to have close friends. That's true. People tell me that I give too much detail. That's not true. I am often told that I ask embarrassing questions. That's not true. I tend to point out other people's mistakes. That is true, I would say. Like, I don't do it every single time, you know, but like if I know someone well enough and I'm like, hey, you fucked that up, or like, hey, that was a mess up, or like, hey, bro, fix that. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. All right, let's get our score. So what do the scores mean? A score of 25 or lower means you are not autistic. A score... Wait, why does it say 25? So what is 25 to 50? I don't know. 50, some autistic traits, but likely not autistic. 65, the minimum score at which autism is considered. Okay, 90, stronger indications of autism, although non-autistics may score as high. Okay, so see, that doesn't mean you have the autism for sure. The mean score of autistic people, strong evidence for autism is 130. Very strong evidence for autism is 160. 62, just below autistic. Let's go, baby. Although some people get down in the 44, so there's a chance I have a touch of the autism. My language is a 9, so that's a low score. Social relatedness, fairly, that's the highest actually. Sensory motor, okay. 62, may or may not just dip my tip into the very bottom levels of the autism spectrum. I don't know. You guys think that's accurate? You think I answered these pretty accurate? Let me know in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and leave some comments if you guys want to see me take some other tests like this. I did the personality test, I did the IQ test, now the autism test. Is there any more that I should do? I don't know. These are kind of fun. It lets me kind of explore myself and learn myself and figure out more about myself, which I like doing. Let me know what you guys scored. Subscribe to WILDCAT as well. If you guys did not know, this is my channel as well. It's my second channel because it's my channel as well. And I upload random stuff like this over here from time to time. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.